Listen, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. I want to talk about life. And listen, like the phrase go, when it rains, it pours. And I'm going to say this again, when it rains, it pours. But see, what happens when life go rough? I want to talk about this. And you guys have to understand, misery loves company. Now, I never made a lot of videos on this, but today I'm really going to have to make a video on the fact that watch who you have conversations with. And if you have conversations with a person that is looking for misery, do not give them any sympathy. And I'm going to say this again. If you're having a conversation with a person that's looking for sympathy, listen, do not give them what they're looking for. Misery loves company. And listen, you might have a fall in your life. You might have a drop in your life. And guess what? That person feel like, oh, this is a good time. Let me tell you guys something. In life, you got to learn how to adapt. And I'm going to say this again. In life, you have to learn how to adapt. So if life is hard, you go hard. And I'm going to say this again. If life is hard, that means it's time to go hard. It's simple. You're probably thinking, Mr. Keep It Simple. Is it really that simple? Yes, that's why this channel is called Mr. Keep It Simple. Listen, somebody left me a comment. They said, Mr. Keep It Simple, as of lately, things been rough. Let me tell you guys something. If life feels rough, you get rough back with life. And ask, who want rock? Who want rock with me? You got to understand, and I'm going to say this again. If life gets rough, you got to go rough. You got to get rough back with life. Until life actually slows down and you can kick your feet up, then you're on a yacht and you can kick your feet up. You got to learn how to adapt. It's all on you. Listen, misery loves company, and I'm going to give you an example. This is how it works. You can have two people, and they both have negative bank accounts. But one person that's optimistic, he's like, yo, I don't care if my bank account is negative. Guess what? I'm going to learn a new language. I'm going to learn a new skill. I'm going to learn a new trade. I'm getting out this situation. Then the other person, when they told their story, they're hoping that that person was going to be like, oh, man, me too. Life is not fair. Listen, let me tell you guys something. Misery loves company. So if you got a little fall in, your life, if life feels hard, you don't want to talk to people that are looking for sympathy. When it's all said and done, stay to yourself. If you are in any type of a jam, you should get out of that jam as fast as possible. You guys have to understand, once again, if your parents are alive, listen, you blessed. But a lot of people, they don't have a mother. A lot of people, they don't have a father. So when it's all said and done, I'm here to tell you that in life, you never know what's around the corner. But one thing you have to understand is, listen, sometimes you got to get rough for life. Sometimes you got to pull up your sleeve. Sometimes, listen, you got to relax and say, let it breathe. I'm going to get through this. I don't care what you're going through. You're going to make it out. I had somebody leave a comment and they said, listen, I've been unemployed for 6 months. There's no way you can be unemployed for 6 months with the internet. You guys have to understand, if you come to the internet, listen, this is going to be a banger. I'm not playing. I'm dropping gems in this video. Let it breathe. No soy dominicano, pero ya tú sabes. Tengo la pámpara prendida. What? If you have the internet, and if you're FCC, if you're fit, clean, and consistent, listen, you could earn money online. And I'm going to say this again. You could earn money online. So why would you wait 6 months to be unemployed? And I'm going to tell you why. People have family. A lot of people, they use their family. They take from their family. They pull from their family without really trying. Listen, 6 months of unemployment, that right there is what I mean by misery loves company. When it's all said and done with the internet, if you're fit, you could do burpees in a desert. If you live in Phoenix, there's no excuse. If you're fit, you could do burpees in Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. No excuses. If you're fit, you could do burpees in Wisconsin. When it's all said and done, you guys have to understand FCC, fit, clean, and consistent. If you're fit, clean, and consistent, there's no way that you can't earn money online. And I'm going to say this again. There's no way that you can't earn money online. Listen, I have been earning money online for 5.5 years. I had a little bump in the road 3 months ago, but guess what? The beautiful thing about YouTube is 3 months, you could turn things around in 3 months. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. If I know that I'm going into a 3-month battle, let's do it. It's only a 3-month battle. At least it's not a 3-year battle. At least it's not a 13-year battle. At least it's not a 33-year battle. It's only a 3-month battle. So if I'm going into a little battle mentally, financially for 3 months, listen, like Waka Flocka first single, all I do it, it's only 3 months. You guys have to understand, always remember, sometimes so close can feel so far away. And I'm gonna say this again. In life, sometimes so close can feel so far away. But I don't care what you're going through. Listen, stay away from people that love laying down in depression. I don't care how you feel. No person is gonna lay down the whole day. When it's all said and done, you gotta get up. And when you get up, that's when it counts. See me, I'm just to keep it simple. I can relax. I can take a nap. First of all, I work out hard. First of all, I drop lives. I go hard. So when I relax, listen, everybody already know. If I make a caption, I took a nap, they already know that heat is coming. But I'm a content creator. If you're not a content creator and you're trying to fit into a system, let me tell you guys something. When it comes to a 9 to 5, the reason I say a 9 to 5 is a blessing is because you cannot pick a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 they have to pick you. That's what the interview process is for. My last job, it was a ballroom full of 250 people. They only picked 4, the Fantastic Four. I made it. Thank God I made it. But with that being said, what about those other 250 people that thought they was going to get a job? When it comes to a 9 to 5, you got to get handpicked. It's like a draft. You can't just go to a job and say, are you hiring? They're going to tell you whatever you want to hear. If they don't want to hire you, you can't come in the house. If they want you in the house, you can be in the house. But the minute they get you out that house, listen, you could be unemployed until somebody else say, listen, come inside my house. Listen, there comes a time you got to understand the beauty of social media. You don't have to keep on knocking on doors anymore. And I'm going to say this again. You don't have to keep on knocking on doors anymore. You don't have to keep on asking people, can you put food on my table? You don't have to keep on begging anymore. When it's all said and done, if you guys are fit, clean, and consistent, I'm telling you, you guys can provide for yourself. You guys can put food in the table for yourself, but you got to put in the work. Listen, it's people that live 1 minute away from a gym and still wouldn't go. There are people that live 10 minutes away from a gym and they still want to go. There's people that know that home exercises work, and guess what? They still not going to do them. You know why? Because misery loves company. And when it comes to people who don't work out, listen, there are millions of people who don't work out. So there are millions of people that say, oh, I don't do the gym. And that's the real crew they want to be around. But when it comes to fit people, you got to understand, don't listen to anybody that's making excuses why they can't get fit. 2 months ago, I couldn't even walk. And I'm going to say this again, 2 months ago, I could even walk. I told myself, when I get the opportunity to go walk again, listen, I'm on my grind, Tony Hawk again. Follow the wordplay. I told myself, listen, when I get the opportunity to walk again, listen, I'm on my grind, Tony Hawk again. I'm not playing, bro. 2 months ago, I could not walk. So to be able to walk around and drop this content and I don't have to go faceless because I'm just laying down in the bed, you don't understand. This is the best time to be alive. Whatever I go through, guess what? I could hit the record button and I could talk about, listen, I get paid to live. Listen, I don't use people for conversations, but when I have conversations with people, listen, whatever they told me in the conversation, I could come hit the record button and talk about it. And I shared a conversation with a person, and they were saying that they like to lay down in their depression. You guys have to understand, lay down in your depression for what? First of all, you got to understand, a lot of people are really not depressed. They are just in a financial jam. They call money currency because when it's all said and done, like I said, you can feel down and out. But if you hit that Powerball tonight, everybody is up. I need 1,000 bottles of Moet. It's up. What happened? How did you go from being down to now you need 1,000 bottles? You know why? Because money is only currency. Nothing more, nothing less. It doesn't have any value. It's just currency. The more money you have, the more upbeat you feel, the more currency you have, especially if you earn it the right way and you didn't have to sit down in a round table meeting and push an agenda. When it's all said and done, the more currency you have, the more upbeat you feel. When your bank account is negative, this is why I always told you guys, when your bank account is negative, don't get negative, because naturally that's how this world works. If you don't have any money, 9 out of 10 people act funny. And I'm going to say this again, 9 out of 10, if you don't have money, people act funny. So when your money's down, 9 out of 10, it's so easy for you to feel down. Listen, that's a lie. Tell yourself, listen, I got an M in the bank right now, and I can only cash that abundance if I get fit. Because 9 out of 10, it's only 2% of the world that's actually fit. So if you're fit, guess what? You should be too legit to quit. After I make this video, guess what? I'm going straight to the gym. I'm not playing, bro. I cannot lay down in misery. I cannot lay down in feelings. I cannot lay down in emotions. When it's all said and done, you guys have to understand, only the strongest survive. Only the strongest survive. Now, for people out there that have issues, for people out there that feel like victims, listen, I'm not downplaying your victimhood. I'm not downplaying what you've been through, but I'm talking about for me. It doesn't make sense for me to lay down. And if I lay down, I'm only laying down because I'm about to drop this fire content. Like, yeah, I took a nap before this video. So at the end of the day, you going to feel this energy because I lay down. But guess what? I'm a content creator. And all you guys out there that refuse to make content, but you 6 months unemployed, but on YouTube, you guys have to understand it's not right. Don't take advantage of your parents. Don't take advantage of your family. A lot of people, they're on YouTube, and listen, shout out to one guy, he left me a comment, he said, listen, because of you, Mr. Keep It Simple, I create instead of consuming. You guys have to understand the game is simple. If you're fit, you have to understand you have an edge. I don't like to use the term advantage, but you have an edge. If you're in shape, if you have muscles in a world where everybody is down, and let me tell you guys something, I got to make a second video, but I know why everybody is down, because everybody is scrolling. If you're scrolling and you're watching everybody cash in, cha-ching, 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 but you're going to work, you're getting disrespected, and your bank account doesn't look like cha-ching, 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 when it's all said and done, by the time you paid your bills, it looked like you didn't do anything. So with that being said, a lot of people are just scrolling and not creating. That's depression. Imagine being on TikTok for 14 hours out of 24 hours of the day and you don't make content. Imagine being on YouTube for 24 hours out of the day, for 14 hours out of 24 hours, and you don't make content. When it's all said and done, I'm to the point right now, honestly, like, I watch TikTok, but then again, I don't even need TikTok at this stage on YouTube. I don't need to do reactions on anybody. When it's all said and done, I got a beautiful background. I live in one of the best cities in America, and when it's all said and done, I've been through a lot. I survived a lot. Even on YouTube, listen, my journey was different. They was trying to cancel me my first year. I've been on YouTube for 5.5 years, so I survived 5.5 years of cancel culture. You think that I'm going to let somebody make me quit in a different city because they don't like my opinions, they don't like what I got to talk about? Let me tell you guys something. Stop letting people control you. Nobody is able to control you. Say what you got to say, mean what you got to say, and trust me. With a personality like mine, trust me, some might not like me, but for the people that love me, they love me, and that's all that matters, because only God, the man above, could judge me. And I'm going to say this again. For the people that love me, they love me, and only God could judge me. Only God could judge me. Only God could judge me. That is it. You feel me? I was trying to rhyme, but listen, God, the Almighty, the All-Present, you feel me? Only God could judge me. Not a man. Only God could judge me. So with that being said, you guys have to understand your life. It really boils down to, are you trying to fit in or are you trying to win? Are you trying to be a conqueror or are you trying to be a victim? Are you trying to be a victim? When I tell you guys, misery love company, that's a victim mindset, because people that are conquerors, guess what? It doesn't matter if the score says 40-0. It doesn't matter if the score says 40-0. It doesn't matter if it looked like a blowout. When it's all said and done, when we get our opportunity, guess what we're going to do? We're going to show out. And I'm going to say this again. I don't care how the scoreboard looks. I don't care if it's 40-0. I don't care if it looked like a blowout. When we get our opportunities to conquerors, guess what? We're going to show out. I'm showing out. Right now, we in a mountain. You already know. Let's walk up a little bit. Let's walk up and talk up a little bit. And I'm going to say this again. Let's walk up and talk up a little bit. You feel me? When it's all said and done, I had to learn on my YouTube journey. Natural resources. I can stay in the penthouse. Okay, that's cool. Shout out to everybody in Miami. Like, everybody in Miami got a penthouse. But when it's all said and done, I had to be different. I had to learn how to be creative. I had to learn how to use my natural resources to my advantage, like to my edge. Like I said, I don't like the term advantage, but I had to learn how to use what was in my backyard. It's been in my backyard for 3 years. I never used it. So when it's all said and done, you guys have to understand, either you use it or you lose it. And I'm not trying to lose. So when it's all said and done, I had to use because I'm not trying to lose. Now, look at the background. Now look at these videos. You feel me? Looking legendary selfies, legendary everything. You know why? Because I refuse to lose. If you guys refuse to lose, you're not going to lose. As far as laying down in depression, listen, when it's all said and done, what is that going to do for you? How is that going to help you? When it's all said and done, depression is a state of mind. It comes, it goes. Like I said, anybody that's depressed now, if they hit the Powerball, I'm telling you, and to everybody that don't know what the Powerball is, it's a lottery game in America. To everybody that feel depressed, I'm telling you, if they hit the Powerball, they're not going to be depressed the next day. Where did depression go? It's not real. It's not real. A lot of people are looking for sympathy. They're not looking for the victory. That's why I come to YouTube and I tell you guys, stop looking for sympathy and start looking for the victory. When you guys start looking for the victory, listen, that's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters. If life is rough, you go rough. If life is hard, you go hard on a boulevard without a bodyguard all day, right down the hallway off of Broadway. You already know what it is. You guys have to understand, you let rain of people When random profiles tell you, give up. You let random strangers tell you you should call it quits. You let random people tell you who you are and what you could do, your capabilities, and you guys actually believe them? Wow. You guys, that's what I call go along to get along. I don't go along to get along. When it's all said and done, if I said it, I meant it. And I'm going to say this again. If I said it, I meant it. I don't go along to get along with anything. When it's all said and done, you got to go hard. It doesn't matter what happened 400 years ago. The question is, what are you doing now? Doesn't matter what happened in 1932. It doesn't matter who was sinners. What are you doing now? I don't care about no Michael B. Jordan. What are you doing now? That's the real question. Are you going hard right now? You cannot tell me right now, in the present moment, year, September 2025. I don't even know the date. That's how lit I am. I don't even know the day. I don't even know the day. But you cannot tell me right now, September 2025. You cannot tell me I'm not going hard. They say they got wild animals out here. They say they got javelinas out here. So I'm dropping content. Who knows? We might even wake up to javelinas. I'm going to have to spin the bin. No ballerina, but who knows? This content might wake up at the javelinas. You guys have to understand I had 2 bars. You guys have to understand. You got to put it all on the line. Tomorrow, there is no tomorrow. And I'm going to say this again. Tomorrow, there is no tomorrow. Tomorrow's not a promise. And I'm going to say this again. Tomorrow is not a promise. It's all about what are you going to do today? Are you going hard today? If you're going hard today, that's the only thing that matters. Let it breathe.